I just stopped, getting into fights, stop selling drugs, stop hanging around a certain crowd that's labeled as bad and shit. Like, what is it, you know what I'm saying?
That was an excerpt of a Fifth Estate documentary called Lost in the Struggle. Most of it was shot by two filmmakers who grew up in the Jane and Finch area themselves and went to the same high school as Jordan Manners. Mark Simms and Paul Nguyen join us tonight to talk about the neighborhood and the shooting. Paul, what are you hearing about what actually happened to Jordan?
The word on the street is, the situation erupted because of a firecracker war. And which is the kids, they would buy firecrackers during the holidays, and basically they would shoot off firecrackers off at each other. And this is something that I know Mark has done in the past, and maybe he can elaborate on that.
Yeah, what are you hearing, Mark?
Well, like a lot of people are saying that it involves a firecracker, but I still stand by the fact that it doesn't matter about what happened. I think the point is that someone was killed, and that the community needs to come together in order to help each other to get through this. And I think that a lot of the press being in the area is not helping, because it's just bringing more confusion to my community, to my village. And I think that a lot of the reporters and news media vehicles that we have outside Jeffries needs to leave in order to get a lot of the students back into the school, to get them to learn, so that they don't end up in the same predicament that these two ended up in yesterday.
But how does something like a prank get blown up into a kid dead from a gunshot?
Well, I think that it's just the way how society is right now. We're not really teaching these kids to handle their conflict, and we're not teaching them how to talk with each other. Everyone wants to fight.
You guys both went to this school, Paul. Apparently, Jordan's mom, sent him to that school because she thought he'd actually be safer there.
That was a good school. I went to that school, and I had my greatest teacher was Mr. Clark from that school.
And Paul, you went there too?
Yes, I did. Jeffries is actually, known as a prestigious art school in the area, and
I had to apply to C.W. Jeffries. You couldn't just go to C.W. Jeffries. A lot of people are trying to make it out to seem as though that C.W. Jeffries is a bad school. I love that school, and I stand by that school. I had some of my best teachers at C.W. Jeffries.
So, Paul, I guess this happening, this is not going to be very good for the reputation of the neighborhood or the school. Are people scared?
I think people who don't have an understanding of the area, or who are buying into the media, the sensationalism, will get that image, get that picture. All the news vans and being repeated over and over, and you see the SWAT guys, entering the school. My time there at Jeffries was nothing like that at all. It was very peaceful. It was a great learning environment, and it was a great place to grow there. And I think just these images being repeated on television 1,000 times, it will play a part in the public's perception of Jeffries, but I hope that they don't believe that, because Jeffries is a really good school to go to.
And Mark,
my fondest memories of Jordan, sorry, I just want to leave off.
Yeah.
My fondest memories of Jordan was I met him 3 years ago when I used to work at a gym at York University. I was a personal trainer, and Jordan and a bunch of his friends used to sneak into the gym to work out during summertime. And I would always let them work out. Sometimes I would even help personal train them, because I knew that they were coming to the gym because they had nothing else to do. They were just trying to keep off of the streets. That's the man who Jordan is.
His mom today was saying, my son was not a gang member, he was a good kid. Was he?
Well, you think about his mom. His mom is the Mother Teresa of Jane and Finch.
What do you mean?
Well, she helps anyone. It doesn't matter if you're from PEI or Vancouver or British Columbia or the Yukon. She will help you. She will take the shirt off of her back, and she will help you.
Was he
she
involved
will feed
in
you.
Was he involved in bad stuff, or just a normal kid?
In bad stuff?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was not involved in bad stuff.
He just got caught up in something.
It was a mistake. That's what it was. It was a mistake. It wasn't the fact that he got caught up in something. If you think about it, this involves a firecracker. Who uses firecrackers? Kids. This wasn't drug-related, gang-related. This was conflict-related. This was poverty-related. That's what this was.
All the politicians, Paul, today are saying the answer is gun control?
I think they shouldn't play the blame game. You can't single out, one factor. Guns can play a role, but it's not the only problem. It's not the only issue at hand. And I mean, a lot of kids need attention, and we need to give more money back into the education system. Have teachers spend more time with these kids and teach them conflict resolution, how to control their anger, how to talk, and basically resolve conflict.
Well, you guys obviously love your neighborhood. Thanks for coming and fighting for it tonight, and I hope things get better. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please stay with us. This story is coming up.
I've been a victim of prejudice many times, many places.
But just how can those experiences help Canadian actor Graham Greene with Shakespeare?
For he is a Christian, but more for that in low simplicity.